waking up Cliff. No, you're waking up his step.
I'm helping him.
Stop, Jedi.
Mommy.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Mosquito.
Mommy. Here, come here.
Oh God, there's too many mosquitoes. Oh, these mosquitoes are insane. Hello, so I figured it's a good time to give an update on my garden. Man, this season has not been so good. The seasons before were excellent, but there's just something about this season, and I'm not sure if anyone is experiencing some weird things as it relates to how the crops are growing in their garden. But the issue that I find that I'm having is I had a large infestation of the spotted lantern flies. They were everywhere. I actually had a tree in my backyard and my husband and I had to cut it down. It was loaded, covered with these bugs, and they're on my plants. Doesn't matter what I do, they just keep coming back. Now that the time is getting cold, I'm seeing less of them, so they're like going away. And then there's another bug that I see, like a lantern bug, and I'm not sure if these contribute to the poor result of the fruits in the garden. I've seen where, you know, even my grapes didn't come in so well, they're drying up. I've seen even the blackberry tree. I'll show you these things in a minute, but I had so much flower on my cucumbers, and I only got 2 so far. I'm hoping that I will get a little more before the season is completely over. But all in all, my garden didn't do well. Last year I had tons of callaloo. This year the first crop was just crazy, and I'm like, what is happening? So I'm not sure if it's a climate. I'm not sure if the bugs are contributing to it. Definitely some of the plants were eaten through. Usually I have very large supply of potatoes. Those normally do well, and even the trees for the potatoes didn't grow so well. I didn't harvest them yet, so I'm not sure. The white potatoes, that is. The only thing that I see that is really thriving is the sweet potatoes, which I'll show you as well. I will not harvest those until probably late September, October. But overall I didn't get much from my garden. Blackberries did well, but surprisingly the blackberry tree is drying up. Like, it looks like it's dying, and I'm like, Lord, what is happening? Will we not be able to grow our food soon? I don't know. I'm just relating what's happening in my garden, on my deck, in my small space that used to be the most flourishing place ever, and now I'm just noticing a few things. So let me turn the camera and show you how my garden is looking. Start with a good thing first, because I like to just focus on the good. So I planted sweet potatoes this year. I planted it maybe 2 years ago, but I planted it too late, so it didn't develop before the cold season. So this time I was sure to plant it. Surprisingly, it has been doing really well. I planted it in this tire right here off my husband's car, and I'm so surprised to see how much it has spread. It's all the way up there. It's covering this entire area and going onto my neighbor's steps. Thankfully we are good friends, so that is okay. What I did, I turned them so that they're climbing the rail, and remove them so that he could open his door. Potato leaves are said to be edible, so definitely I'm gonna be trying them, and I'm gonna see if my neighbor is interested too in trying them. So we will be trying them in salads, and we will be trying them steam at some point, and hopefully I remember to do a recording of that. But yes, as you can see, these are really flourishing, and I'm not sure what's the difference between this space and the other space that I'm about to show you. This is a tomato plant I have here. It is growing up as well. I'm not sure how it will do. Maybe I didn't utilize the space that well because I totally underestimate the sweet potatoes, as I said, which is all the way here. But then I had some onions and I noticed that they didn't do well either. Yes, I get the leaf to actually to put in my food, but as it relates to the actual onions, they really didn't develop that well. Here I have some carrot. I don't know what's going on for that. I'm just gonna wait to see, but most of them don't look so well, so I don't know. I generally do not get a big supply of carrot for some reason, but I usually get some, so I'm hoping to see what will result from this right here. Now let's go up on my actual deck. And the strawberries did well, and these was before the bugs came and took over. So now I do not have any strawberries because I have mostly spring bearing, and it's now summertime, and only a few of those plants I have. My grapes that usually just give me a little more, as you can see right here. Some aspect of the tree starts to dry up. If you can see here, it's drying up already. The fruit's starting to get withered, as you can see right here. It's getting withered and dying, and I'm not sure why, but all in all, I didn't get much from my grapes. And yes, it's in this container because I want to contain it. I don't want it to get too big. I don't have the space. Hopefully one day I can move it to a bigger space. That's the dream. And until then, this is where I keep my grapes, and usually I will get a couple bunch. This year I got nothing. As you can see right here, there's hardly anything here, but this one definitely is fine, so we'll definitely eat that. And as you can see, there's one a little bit here and over there, but in general the grape just didn't do well, and I'm so concerned about that. Over here I have my callaloo, and as you can see, I'm going to be harvesting these in a bit. I'm going to move this. I'm going to be harvesting these callaloo in a bit, but the first batch was not good. I had to cut them and actually left them right here to die. And the seeds are here, so I could always keep those until next year. I also planted some potatoes, and usually my potatoes do so well, but look what these things did to the potato plants. Never seen this before, so I'm not sure if there's any potato down in that box. Here I also have some more callaloo. This is the first set. I cut them. They were so hard I had to throw them out, so I'm going to harvest these and I'm going to make a callaloo dish for the family. So thankfully, I'm thankful that even though I do not get as much as I did before, I still have some, and I'm hoping that these are not hard, but they're doing very good. I also planted callaloo in this box. These did not come out well, but I do have the seeds, so I'm going to keep those seeds. I'm going to be harvesting them soon. Next I have some bell peppers. So I planted the bell peppers in this Home Depot bucket, and it has been doing well. I must say I currently have bell peppers, but they're not ready yet. That's 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure if it will make any more. I see flowers. I see some coming over here. So let me see if I can bring it closer. Right here. So I'm hoping that I'll get some more bell peppers before the season is over. Over here I have planted some okra, and they look as if they're gonna bear at some point, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. But this was not looking good earlier. I'm not sure if it's because it was too hot. As I said, everything started out really nicely and then the garden just went downhill. So these are some green beans. I harvested some already, but as you can see, this is now flowering and it's looking pretty good since the rainfall the last week and today. So maybe I can harvest some more beans. Keeping my fingers crossed. As you can see, it goes all the way up there. So they're looking nice and green since the heavy rain. Let us see what happened when the rain stopped falling. Generally, I have no problem with getting string beans. Spring mix, some lettuce and some rosemary here. I took too long. These came out really well, but I took too long to harvest them, so they got really hard. So I'm just leaving them so that they may flower. And then here I have the rosemary, which is doing pretty good. Probably I need to, remove these so that it could thrive a little bit. I'll be harvesting this before it gets cold so that I will have rosemary tea throughout the winter time. This herb box comes back every year. It did pretty well. Everything is flowering. So this is the mints. They're flowering. I have a lot over here. So what I do, I just cut them off and drop them back in the box, and they do their thing every year, so that's fine. I'm really impressed with this. It has been doing well, and also I use a lot of the thyme that I grow in here. And over here now I planted watermelon. One of my goal is to make sure I'm early with my watermelon, and I planted them early this year, but as I said, I'm not sure what's going on. I only have one that's coming right here. Maybe I won't try watermelon for next year. Maybe it just needs a bigger space to run. I'm not sure. I had other watermelons, but they dried up. I have another one that is over here, so I'm not sure what will happen to them. It's almost the end of August and they're still pretty small, and I thought they need about 90 days, and that's about the time I planted them in what, in the in June, I think. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen. Here I have the turmeric in this pot. I haven't checked on it. I'm not even sure at what point I should harvest this turmeric. I just know that the plant is so pretty and I do not want to do anything to uproot it. So I think I'm gonna do a little research on how to handle this turmeric. I'm just so sad that I put it in this small container and I may have limited its producing ability. But you learn as you go. This is my first time actually growing it. Over here I have some tomatoes coming in, and as you can see right here, so hopefully I'll get a good crop of tomatoes. My biggest disappointment is the cucumbers. I had so many flowers. It was so beautiful, and now I look at it and I'm like, what happened to you? I literally had to come outside and pray over my garden. I'm like, Lord, I do not know what's happening, but the garden seemed to be suffering. But luckily I'm starting to see some cucumbers coming right here. There's another plant right here. There's one more right here. Tell me, what can Par not do? So I'm starting to see some cucumbers, so hopefully I'll get a couple before the season ends, and all is not lost. One of the things that I'm noticing is extra mosquitoes. I had to carry the children inside. The mosquitoes were hitting them, and now I'm being bitten, so I'm hurrying up to get back inside, because these mosquitoes are, I don't know, so many pests. It's just insane. Over here I also have tomatoes. I guess the rain caused this. They said when there's too much water they will burst, and I see this happening. So I'm thinking that the excess rain that has been happening, I'm thankful for it, but there's something that perhaps will be sacrificed, that may not do well with so much water. Here I have my blackberry tree, which was doing really well. We got a lot of blackberries, and as you can see, it still has a lot of blackberries, but then it just dried up. Never seen that before. It just totally dried up, and this is it. So I'll have to just wait and see what will happen next year, because this totally blows my mind. In this box right here, I had this is white potatoes, and I usually have beautiful trees, and as you can see, they're barely any. I'm not sure if potatoes are in the ground. I'm gonna wait a few more days and probably dig it up and see what's going on under there, but this is not the usual. And you can see it's a big box. Right there is my apple trees. They're growing so fast. I need to find out how to keep them small, because I don't want them growing too big. I have 4 plants that I planted from seeds, and they surprisingly came up really well. Let me draw this closer. There it is. 1, 2, 3, and the other one is growing a little slower over here. So yeah, I need to figure out how to keep these apple trees from growing too big, and also to protect them through the winter. Oh my god, the mosquitoes. Oh, here I also have some potatoes, and as I said, the plants are not looking well, and I'm not sure if it has to do with the summer sun or the bugs that has been, you know, infesting the gardens, or it's just the times. I don't know, but in a while I will check to see if nothing is under the earth as it relates to those things that have been planted. So I'm about to harvest the callaloo, and I'll show that in another video. Don't want to make this too long. So that's a rundown of my garden. I did not have, you know, much to harvest, but I'm still thankful for what I got. God is still good. I'm not sure what is going on. I'm not sure if anyone has experienced any changes in their garden this season. A few persons that I spoke to has expressed similar sentiment as myself, that there's just these mosquitoes, that there's just something strange going on with their garden. It didn't do so well. If you did well with your garden, please let me know. If you have any suggestions and how to deal with the bugs, hopefully they're not around for next year. I am not seeing them now because it's getting colder. Summer is leaving, so I'm not sure if they migrated somewhere else. I hope to never see them again. They're such pests. But all in all, you know, that is what has been happening in Mika's garden, and I hope that it's going better for you on your side of the woods. God bless.